Hey everyone, I'm Jake, and this is the second devlog for my Metroidvania game. After I'd gotten the foundation in place for the player movement and abilities, I had a burst of inspiration to put my head down and get to work, and while doing that, I forgot to record my screen, so a lot of what I'll cover in this devlog will be the end result of that. I started working on simple enemy AI as well as a player melee attack, paired with some particles and game juice to try and make it look somewhat nice, even with just the primitive shapes and placeholder art. After the bare bones were in, I played around with the weapon system which comes with the Corgi engine, and out of the box, it was pretty impressive and felt really satisfying. I did end up tweaking some variables here and there to better suit how I wanted it to feel, but it was a great starting point. The next most notable implementation was the minimap in the top right corner of the HUD. I've used this method before when making a few prototypes of roguelikes, but I tied it into the Cinemachine zones instead, which I had set up for the rooms in the previous devlog. I also managed to get a bit more rough level greyboxing done as I thought a bit more about what I wanted the first area to be, and I decided to go for the old reliable, caves. I had a bit of an idea of what I wanted the lore to be surrounding this area, what NPCs I wanted in place as well as what I wanted the player to do. So I started greyboxing the cave area with Unity's tile map system, separating the level into rooms as I went along. I created rooms, tested them out and made changes where I needed to. And this whole process was the most time consuming so far, but I was pretty happy with the progress that I had made. Next up was adding some art to the game. I knew straight away that I wanted to lean into a more hand-drawn style as that's what I'm good at. So I created some assets in Procreate for the floors as well as some background rocks and other environmental pieces that I'd need. I imported them into Unity and then started placing them around the level. Remember how I said that making the level was the most time consuming part? Yeah, it's a hindsight thing. I went through and manually placed every asset, and while it did take me a while to do, I'm very happy with how it started to shape up. I did realize later on that it would have been easier and quicker for me to add art after finishing a layout of a room, but I've learnt my lesson and I'll keep that in mind for the next area. But that's all for this video. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel so you can keep up to date with my progress. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one.